What is up, people? And welcome back to my channel. I'm Matt, by the way. Right, I thought we'd have a little chinwag about what is going on with this. Just to clarify a few things and explain why. So, in 2019, I entered the fastest mini in the world race at Brands Hatch at the Mini Festival. In this, I wasn't going to, I really couldn't be bothered. But I got some sponsors that paid for my tyres, paid my entry fee, some other bits and bobs. So I thought, you know what? Let's give it a crack. So we chucked it in the trailer, went down, and we didn't do too bad. We had some fun. We got 4th overall in both races. Now, considering that my first time at Brands and my first race, yeah, I've got a lot of track time behind me, track hours, hundreds of them. But it's a completely different game to racing. But I had a lot of people giving me a lot of advice, and I thought, you know what? Let's do it. Let's give it a crack. So we took the car down, qualified 9th, I think I did about 5 laps, 6 laps, just to scrub my tyres in, basically. That's all I was doing, just pottering around, not knowing where I was going, really. So we did that, did the quali, did a couple of races, got a couple of trophies, first in class twice. I was well happy with that. And then I thought, you know what, let's do it again then. So we did it last year. And basically, the car did really well. A couple of tiny issues, like CV boot popping off, because back in 2019, I had a new drive chassis in it, and the one sheared straight off and the other one twisted. They didn't heat treat them, so they just failed. So I only cable tied the CV boots on, and then the car stood until last year. So one of them popped off, which ended my qualifying pretty quick. I don't even know. I think I was around the same, 9th, something like that. And then we finished, where was we? Where did we finish? See, 4th in race 1, first in class, and 3rd in race 2, second in class. But the way the organisers did it last year, in my eyes, wasn't as good as when, MSVT was doing it. Because there wasn't a first, second and place prize, like trophy wise. There was only a first place trophy and a first in class trophy for both races, or one trophy for 2 races. So my lap times were faster than the other person, so I got first in class. But technically he also got first in class in the other race. So it's a bit of here and there, but so yeah, I got 3rd and a 4th last year, and I think it upset a few people, because technically the fastest mini in the world last year, the fastest mini in the world on that day last year, steel bodied, was this. So technically this was the fastest mini in the world, because if you start looking at everything mini that's got a fiberglass body on it, it's not technically a mini. A mini steel body is a mini. So this is actual mini. It's an early 70s car running mini subframes, mini suspension, mini brakes, mini steering rack, it's mini. So technically this was the fastest steel bodied mini of the day, so it was the fastest mini of the day. Now, a lot of the space frames that were there, well, a few of the space frames, in race 1, yes, I beat them. In race 2, they broke down. And to be honest, I don't think I'd have caught 2 of them, because they were quicker than me. That's basically, they're just faster cars. Well, this year they've gone turbo. Now, this car is for sale, and I've decided, let's see if we can get this bike shit to beat some of them. So that's where this came in. It was a bit of a whim. I thought, I saw it, right money. I thought, we've got to go for it, But the only problem is now, this was in class C, something like that. But when you go turbo, it puts you in with the big boys in the top class. So from where I could have got first in class NA, 1.3, now I've got a 1.3 turbo, that's all gone out the window. So the only way for me to get anything out of the race is to go big. Now this is a whole shot racing built motor. Forged rods, forged pistons, cams. It's got all sorts of goodies in there. I think this is their 400 to 600 horsepower package. So we've got enough power. It's whether I can get these tyres to give me the grip. So a lot of work is going to have to go to fit in this into here. There's a chap, if you follow him on Instagram, he's called Bag Sport, and he builds custom manifolds. So I've got him on board to build me a side mount exhaust manifold for it. And then there is a place called the Car Kitchen, TCK. I've been in touch with him about doing the alley fab work, because this intercooler's no good. I can't have my radiator because the turbo is going to be there, so I need a custom made intercooler, radiator, all boost pipes. So he's going to be having a look at that when this goes down to London after I've fitted the engine. I need to get in touch with a company about making me some strong drive shafts. I mean, really strong. So what we need to do first is we need to get this engine out of this frame, flip it over, whip the sump off, because in the build sheet I've got, it doesn't say it's got a baffled sump. Now I was going to go for a dry sump kit, which is 1500, something like 1500 quid. But I don't want a dry sump in this. Everyone said you needed to, or an aqua sump. So all I do with this, it's got a baffled sump in there, and when she's running, you fill the oil to the top of the sight glass on a booster. Now, autographs people told me that this is what you need to do, because no autographs runs dry sumps, and they are slinging left, right, centre. They've got engines facing backwards. All that one is a baffled sump, high oil level. That's what I'm told. And that's what I did with this, and it ran flawlessly. Plenty of oil pressure all the time. So that's what I'm tempted to do with this one. Exactly the same setup as what I've got in here now. But as I say, on the build sheet, it doesn't state it's got one in. So I'm going to flip it over, whip the sump off, have a look at that, check it's got some other bits and bobs in there that I like the billet shift rods. I know it's got the heavy duty gearbox in it, because it's on the build sheets. What else can you have in there? Basically, everything that needs is there. I am very tempted to put these Genvis on, but I'll have to drill the Genvis, because these Genvis haven't got vacuum ports on them. Where, as you know, on a turbo, you've got a map sensor, which has to be vacuum pressure fed. The fuel pressure regulator needs a pressure feed, and something to do with the boost, the dump valve or something, or something needs a. So I will have to drill and tap, or get outlets welded on my Genvis. So I'm very unsure on which way I want to go yet. I might just sell this with the Genvis without. I'm not 100% sure. But this engine's got to come out so we can do that work. I'm also going to cut the back off this red frame. Then all this engine is going into this one to be sold. Now this engine owes me a lot of money. It's Busa Gen 1 APE gearbox in it from the States with their hardened heavy duty shaft in it. I've got billet shift rods in there, it's got operated oil pump gears, it's got operated clutch springs, the Genvi bodies, MBE system, it's got a Gen V fuel pressure regulator, Bosch 044 pump, custom 4-branch manifold. All this, depending on whether it be Gen V's or the hayabusa ones, all that will be for sale in this frame, running this radiator, all set up, and it'll come with the taco, which is a SPA. It's like 600 quid on its own. Got shift lights and all sorts built into it. So whenever someone comes to have a look at it, I'll just flip the switch, fire it up, and they can see it running. So yeah, that's a bit of a lowdown on what the plan is, because it's still up for sale, but I just want to just go out, have some fun, and see if we can beat some big space rain boys. They're still going to be probably running more power. Yeah, that's the plan, and I thought I'd just let you in on it. By the state of the comment section in my last one, there's a lot of people interested in watching it being built, how I'm doing it. It's not going to be a quick process. The manifold's probably going to check the kit about a month, because it's got to go off for ceramic coating as well. So yeah, basically that's why I'm doing it. It's just a bit of fun, and people don't like being beaten by bike engine cars. They don't think they're proper engines. Well, technically they're 4 cylinders, 4-stroke, sequential gearbox. It's just all in one package, like a mini engine. 4-cylinder, yeah, it ain't sequential, but it's 4-cylinder with an inbuilt gearbox. That's the same as a bike engine. So right, yeah, thought I'd let you in on that little chit chat, and if you've got any questions, put it in the comments, and I'll answer them. I answer every comment, because if somebody asks me a question, I'm gonna answer it. It's just the way I am. So yeah, any questions, anything you want to know, anything you want to see through the build, because this is going to be starting pretty soon now, just put it in there. And don't forget to subscribe, give me all the likes, and yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good night. See you later, people.